A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of tensions, riot police clashed with pro-European Union protesters in Tbilisi, Georgia, following the government's shocking announcement to suspend its pursuit of EU membership until 2028. The unrest erupted late Thursday night after Prime Minister Erupt of the ruling Georgian Dream Party declared that the country would halt its accession talks with the EU, a decision that has drawn widespread condemnation both domestically and internationally. The protests were ignited when Kobakidze accused the EU of blackmail after European legislators called for a rerun of last month's parliamentary elections, citing significant irregularities. Demonstrators took to the streets in large numbers, expressing their outrage at what they perceive as a betrayal of Georgia's long-standing aspirations for European integration. The protests quickly turned violent as police deployed pepper spray and water cannons to disperse the crowds, resulting in 43 arrests, according to the government. The protest continued into the early hours of Friday, with demonstrators barricading streets and clashing with law enforcement. Eyewitness accounts describe a chaotic scene where police used batons and tear gas against protesters, some of whom reportedly sustained injuries. A member of the opposition Coalition for Change claimed that one of their members suffered a broken nose during the crackdown. Protesters have voiced their frustration over the government's decision, which they view as a significant step back from Georgia's pro-European trajectory. The goal of EU integration is enshrined in the country's constitution, and public opinion polls indicate that over 80% of Georgians support joining the EU. The European Parliament has also weighed in on the situation, describing the recent election as part of a worsening democratic crisis in Georgia and calling for sanctions against high-ranking officials, including Prime Minister Kobakidze. The EU's ambassador to Georgia expressed disappointment over the government's decision, stating that it contradicts the wishes of the majority of the population. The political landscape in Georgia has become increasingly polarized, with the ruling party accused of attempting to steer the country closer to Russia. Former President Georgi Margvelashvili characterized the current situation as an unprecedented turning point for Georgia, as the nation grapples with its identity and aspirations in the face of internal and external pressures. The protests are expected to continue as citizens rally against what they perceive as an assault on their democratic rights and aspirations for a European future. As the situation develops, many are left wondering what the future holds for Georgia's relationship with the EU and the ongoing struggle for democratic governance in the country. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.